Hello, thank you so much for joining us on Delta TV. We have a special program for your viewing pleasure. And what's the program about? Delta State Contributory Health Commission and you. What are we talking about? Well, you get to know. With me here, I have the functioning Director General of the Delta State Contributory Health Commission. Now, this commission has brought you this program. Well, good to have you on the program, sir.
Thank you very much.
Dr. Alfred Emeyazia. It's good to have you. Actually, I've heard quite a lot of things that you have been doing in the commission since you became the functioning Director General. We have been able to hear quite a lot about the health insurance scheme. And now you're here to enlighten us the more about the scheme. Tell us about the commission itself.
Well, the commission, Delta State Contributory Health Commission, came into existence in 2016. And we started running the Delta State Contributory Health Scheme on 1st of January 2017. And the scheme is all about making healthcare services available to all Deltans at minimal cost. So we have a situation where before now people go to hospital, there are some hospitals they can't afford to even attempt to go because of fear of the bills they will incur. But with this scheme, you pay a token and you can access any of these hospitals. So the scheme is to help you get access to quality healthcare services at minimal cost.
Okay, so what are these services that are available to us in the scheme?
This scheme covers about 80% of the reasons why people go to hospital. Malaria, typhoid, pneumonia, diabetes, hypertension, name it. It covers infectious diseases, chronic non-infectious diseases, and even some surgical cases. And so covers laboratory investigations also, and even some radiological investigations. So it is a full package and for a minimal cost.
Now, when you talk about a minimal cost, how minimal is this cost that we're talking about?
Yeah, to some it's free.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because we have different package for different group of persons. In the equity package, the government takes care of the bills. So that is free. And that's for children under 5 years, pregnant women for now. We are hoping with more funding we'll be able to add the elderly, the physically challenged, and the mentally challenged to this category. Then you have the formal sector, those who work for the government and the organized private sector. A little token is taken from their salary, and the employer puts a counterpart fund to that, and that serves as a premium. And that premium takes care of the person contributing, the spouse, and 4 biological children under the age of 18. Yeah.
4 biological children.
Under the age of 18. And then you now have the other large group, which is the informal sector, for those who do not fall into those two sectors I've just called. They form the majority of the population. And for the informal sector, you just pay a token of 7,000 naira per annum and you enjoy the benefits of the scheme.
Now, when you talk about this informal sector, who are involved in the informal sector? Like examples?
Yeah, the informal sector involves every person that does not fall into the categories I have listed. Your keke rider, your tomato seller, your bole seller, your carpenter, your painter, your single businessman, every person in all walks of life that do not fall into the category of formal sector plan or equity plan. Now, formal sector plan, like I told you, those who work for government or the organized private sector. And then equity is for now just children under 5 years and pregnant women. So if you don't fall into this category, you belong to the informal sector, and it just costs you 7,000 naira per annum.
Wow, 7,000 naira. Now, I know quite a lot of persons hearing this will say, how true is that? 7,000 naira for the whole year can take care of my medical needs. Now, how can somebody participate? How can somebody who is just hearing this, how can a person benefit? What can they do too?
Yes, health insurance. What we have always advocated is pay while you are well and enjoy when you fell sick. So just like you can't insure an accidented vehicle, it's when you buy the vehicle, you insure it in case of accident. In the same way, when you are well, pick an insurance, health insurance. Because a lot of people will tell you they planned some wonderful projects they want to do. They have been saving for those projects until just when they are about to achieve it, one sickness will come and they will use that money they've saved for that sickness. But if you have an health insurance, you will be able to get your projects executed because sickness will not collect the money you've saved for that. You understand? So if, for instance, you were saving for a building project or you are saving to buy a new car, your money that you are saving will be used for that project because you have a health insurance. Just in case you fall sick, you go pick it up.
Okay, let's look at the commission itself. Have there been challenges in handling some of these issues? Have there been complaints coming to the commission about how the scheme is being run? Has there been any complaint anywhere?
Yeah, there have been complaints. Some frivolous complaints, some genuine complaints. I always give this example. We had a staff of Ogwashuku Polytechnic who went to one of our hospitals. And when he got to where he was to pick his drugs, he was told the drugs were not covered. And he called me from the pharmacy there and said, they are telling him the drugs the doctor prescribed for him is not covered. I told him, give the phone to the pharmacist, let me talk to the pharmacist. And the pharmacist was screaming from behind, I don't want to talk to anybody, I don't want to talk to anybody. But I told him, you are the one who is sick.
Yeah.
Do you have money on you to buy the drugs? He said, yes. I said, pay for the drugs if they are in the hospital there and collect a receipt. And then the ones that are not in the hospital, go out and buy them and collect the receipt. Then come to my office tomorrow, the next day. And he did. And I went with him personally to the hospital. And I told the management there and then, for a soft landing so that we don't drag ourselves too much, refund him his money.
Wow.
The one he bought in the hospital was refunded. The one he bought outside was refunded. So we do that. But a lot of people, instead of coming to complain so that we can solve the complaints and make it better, we will now have this issue. Then we have this case of what I say, a frivolous complaint. A man took his wife to one of the hospitals, and the MD of the hospital told him, look, this is not what I can do here, but I can refer you to FMC where they will give you the treatment you want. He said, no, you should go ahead. He will pay. And the MD went ahead and gave him the treatment. He paid. After paying, he came to report. And when we investigated the matter, we discovered that he was the one who agreed to pay. When the man wanted to refer him to a facility that was handling those cases, he refused. After paying, he came to complain. So we told that one, look, this is wicked. We begged the MD to refund his money to him and send in his bill. I will pick the bill. And that's what we did. So when you complain and your complaints are genuine, we deal with them instantly. And if they are frivolous, we'll also tell you not to do that again.
Okay, sir. Let's look at the equity plan. Tell us more about this equity plan.
Well, the equity plan covers For now, what we cover is for children under 5 years and pregnant women. For the pregnant women, everything from antenatal to delivery, and even if it involves cesarean section, is covered, is free. For children under 5 years, same thing, because government is their father, and the government is saying that don't worry. For these ones, go to the hospital, we will take care. So those ones, they are covered.
Okay, before I go to my next question, I think I should open the lines so that a lot of persons will be looking for a way now to reach you to ask 1 or 2 questions. The line there to open is, to call is 0906 273 9107. I take that number again, 0906 273 9107. So call us and let us know what you want to say. What is your experience with the Delta State Health Insurance Scheme? What is your interest? What do you want to ask? The Functioning Director General is right here to answer all your questions. So go ahead and make that call. Now, when you talked about the pregnant women and the children under 5
years,
are they just Deltans or just anybody that resides in the state?
Oh, the scheme is for every resident, no matter where you come from. As long as you are a resident in Delta State, the scheme is for you. And so, for children under 5, as long as they are resident in Delta State, whether they be Hausa, Yoruba, Igbo, it doesn't matter.
Wow.
As long as they are resident in Delta State, they are covered under the scheme.
All right. Let me ask you one very important question, sir. I've heard you say so much about liken the Delta State Health Insurance Scheme to Osusu. So I want you to explain further what you mean by that assertion.
Yeah. You know, the thrift, or Osusu as it's called in local parlance.
Yeah.
Let's go down the local road now. Osusu, you know, in communities we do these Osusu contributions, and then 10 people may gather and they give it to one person. Another time they will gather again and they give it to another person just to meet certain needs. In this case, we are all contributed into one purse. But it's not all of us that will go to hospital at the same time. Some may not go for the whole year, some may not go for 2 years. Better. Like I tell people, I want to contribute, but I don't want to benefit. Because when you swallow a bitter pill, that's part of the benefits, and I don't think it's pleasant. Or when they give you an injection, the pain is part of the benefits, and I don't think that is pleasant. So I tell people, I want to contribute, but I don't want to benefit. But for those who have contributed, it's like you're having an Osusu bag that is very big. So if you are sick, you get. You go to the hospital, you benefit from the contribution. You understand?
Yeah.
So we all gather and we put in our contributory health Osusu bag. And from there, the Contributory Health Commission draws and pay for those who need the services of the hospital. And that's what we do continually. Okay. So that's why it's lacking to Osusu. Somebody benefits at once, or the other ones still contribute and they wait. Their turn will come and they will benefit. But I pray, like I said, I want to contribute, but I don't want to benefit.
Okay, that's a very good prayer. And then I heard you talk about the 7,000 premium. What's it about?
Yes, the 7,000 premium. You know, I talked about 3 categories of people. The equity plan, which is for the children under 5 and pregnant women. The formal plan is for those who work for the organized private sector and government. The informal plan is for those who do not fall into the first 2 categories. And so they pay just 7,000 naira and they get the same benefit as the first 2. Just 7,000 naira per annum and the same benefit. If they are hypertensive, they will collect their drugs for 1 year. If they are diabetic, they will collect their drugs for 1 year. If they are hypertensive and diabetic, they will collect their drugs for 1 year. If by this period they have hernia, it can be operated for them free. If they have appendicitis, it can be operated for them free. If they have malaria, there are some people who have malaria like every other month, they can be treated. So it is a bumper package for a minimal cost.
And so what is your word to Deltans? We know that quite a lot of persons are watching right now, and what is the message you are passing down to them, and especially when we're talking about this particular category, 7,000 naira premium? What is your word to them?
If you don't get health insurance, you dey miss. You dey miss well. If you don't get health insurance, you don't miss the bus. So I'm say you go take leg trek come. Health insurance is the hinting now, and it helps protect your savings for what you have saved for. So don't allow sickness to come and destabilize your savings plans. Get an health insurance and let your savings work for their purpose.
That's a very strong message. Thank you so very much. It's been the program Delta State Contributory Health Scheme and You. This is one program where you bring out all the issues that you have been nursing in your mind. Whatever it is that people have been telling you about the Delta State Health Insurance Scheme, whatever it is you have experienced yourself concerning the scheme, this is the right channel for you to express yourself. The numbers that you call at any time that you want to reach, 0906 273 9107. The number again is 0906 273 9107. Before I let you go, sir.
Yeah.
A lot of persons have said that it's not possible for them to have a particular health facility they chose, and then maybe they are in worry and something happened and they had to go to probably Abo, and then they needed a service urgently and then I went to Abo. How then will they refer those services? How do they connect it? Because their own service center is in worry. So how do they handle that kind of case?
Very good question. The scheme covers you wherever you are. In an emergency situation, you can walk into any of the accredited health facilities. All you need to do is explain to the front desk or the receptionist people there, say, look, this is not my primary hospital, but I'm here in town and I have this condition. The hospital will call our office and they will give them a code called a treatment code that they will use, and they will treat you and send the bill to us. So it doesn't have to be, okay, if you are in worry and then you came to do something in Asaba, if something happens here, you need to go to worry before you access healthcare. No. As long as you're within the boundaries of Delta State, you are covered. In emergency, you can walk into any of our accredited health facilities, and that includes all government hospitals, over 300 primary health care centers, and over 74 private hospitals across the state. So you can walk into any of the accredited facilities and you will get service for free.
Now this 7,000 naira premium has called back to mind. 7,000 naira is just is a small money to a lot of persons in our state here. So, okay, please ensure you don't flash. Just ensure you don't flash. Call the number, express yourself. The Functioning Director General is right here to answer all of your questions. And like I was saying, if somebody wants to gift a community or gift a trader or those hello. Okay, please call back. If somebody wants to gift someone, how do you go about it? Like, for instance, I have persons around me, probably a trader that is close to me, a market woman. I want to help that family. Instead of them coming to always ask me for help, then I want to help that family, register them. How do I do that?
Thank you for this question, because actually the Commission is presently even running a program, a promo, so to say. Our governor in office will be 100 days on the 5th of September. And we're saying, for those who are in support of the more agenda of the governor, What we are saying is, for the 100 days, in your community, pay for 100 persons. This is a token to a lot of people in Delta State. And for 700,000 naira, you would have given health care to 100 persons for 1 year.
Wow.
And these are people you choose from your own community. So like you were asking, if there are people around you that will always call you, Uncle, my son don't sick, auntie, this person know well, or this person know well, just call them, get their names. We have agents all over the state. They will register them. You pay 7,000 naira per person into the commission, and we'll register and give them cards, and they'll choose the hospital they want to go, and they'll get care for 1 year. So it eases you that burden of getting calls. If you get call, you tell them, go to the hospital, I've paid for that services.
Wow. So this is a very good one, I really must say. The time may not permit us to, go deep down, because as we can see, the time is fast spent. But just before we let you go, one other question that I want you to address, the issue of insurance. A lot of persons say that, well, I've never benefited. I've been there for like how many years now? I've never benefited from, and I don't actually get sick. In my family, we don't get sick. So it's not necessary to me. It's not necessary. What would you say to that kind of person?
That is, what is the word to use for this kind of people now? Because the truth is, you don't get a notice when you're going to be sick. No, the sickness will not give you a notice that, look, next week I'm going to come, so prepare yourself. No. That's why I made that statement. Some people save their money for a project. Just when they are about to achieve that project, one ailment comes and everything goes off. But if you have an health insurance, just like I said, if you do a car insurance, do you pray for accident? No. But just in case it occurs, you are covered. And that's why I tell people, I pray I will contribute, but I pray I never benefit. Because the benefit has its own effects. The injection you get is a part of the benefit. The pain goes with it. If you're operated upon, the pain that is with the healing of the wound and all this are part of the benefits you are getting. I pray I don't benefit, but I want to contribute so that others who need it can go and get care. Because the aim of health insurance is to get what we call universal health coverage. That everybody, when they need health services, can go to one hospital or the other and get care and avoid patronage of quacks. That's the reason why we're doing this campaign of health insurance. It helps you get access to care without having to run around or think about what will come out of your pocket, so that you can go to the hospital, get care without any problem.
What is your assurance to Deltans right now concerning the commitment of the Delta State Contributory Health Commission?
I am assuring everybody, a lot of people know me in the States, and that I have zero tolerance when it comes to malpractice, especially in the health sector. And I'm assuring anybody, if you report a case and it's genuine, we will take it up. The Commission has a full legal department, and our law specifies even some punishment. If you are a provider and you make somebody pay for something that is covered, for every time is a fine of 200,000 naira,
wow,
or 6 months imprisonment, or both. Now we've done a lot of padding and this time on we are going to take it. It's no longer business as usual, because a lot of people are demarketed us because of our not taking severe punitive actions. So but right now we are ready to follow the law as it is. So if you have any misgiving about the lesson, come tell us, we will investigate, and if it's true, we will deal with it. But if you are enjoying the package, you are enjoying the benefits of the scheme, please tell others and let them join too, so that they will benefit what you are benefiting.
Thank you very much, sir. And then that's how we wrap it up on the program today. Delta State Contributory Health Scheme and you. It's one program where you bring up your issues, any issue concerning the Delta State Contributory Health Scheme. Tell it to us, and then we have people who would address all of them directly. Okay, let's see if we can take this call. Hello? Hello, please speak out. Hello? Good afternoon. Okay, so what do you want to tell us? You're live on Delta TV. Okay, do well to call us back, okay? All right, we'll just take that as a last call because time is no longer on our side. We have to do this next week. Please join us again next week for a fresh package. Remember, Delta State Contributory Health Scheme and You is a program that comes to you every week on Wednesday. On television, it's 3:30. On the radio, 3 o'clock. So let's make it a date. Thank you so much, Dr. Alfred Ebiakofa.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you so much, sir. And I am Eunice Emeyazia, signing out.